Hey folks, AJ the CEO here, and we are back here at Rose Chapel. We did a on-site with them maybe about a year and a half ago, but then they had some work to be done with the roof, and they were actually at one of my meetings where I was teaching, and they wanted me to come back here, and we're going to revisit what they're looking for, maybe some enhancements now that some time has gone past, and we're just going to do a walkthrough again, a refresher. We're going to redesign everything again in Draw.io, and then they pretty much said they want to move forward with this. So we're going to be back here in Lynchburg to do the install. So let's get inside and let's see what we can do to get them modernized. So let's go. Alright folks, so what we're thinking, and again I'm waiting for everybody to get here to talk about it, but as a refresher, are looking at maybe two TVs here, maybe 70s or 75s. The unique issue is going to be making sure the TV is not near those registers at all to shake the TVs, so most likely might mount them on an extension arm on the side and put them in an angle right there, or have them hanging right here, one on either side, and then a smaller one hanging down so that people on in the choir stand and pulpit can see. That's an option. And then from a camera standpoint, we're most likely going to put something back here, or maybe even right there, and it's going to be an extension arm hanging down here, because there's no reason to put it all the way in the back. We can mount it right there, get it under the chandeliers, and then that would get you all the way to maybe right here, and then also to right here from a rotational standpoint, and then possibly another one in the front somewhere, but we'll see how that goes. Also, it's going to be wanting to have a feed go into the two areas, the area downstairs that I showed that I first walked in, and then also an overflow area. So obviously we're going to have to do some type of distribution. That area showed was going to be looking at demoing that wall and extending it out so that it'll actually have a full media room with a desk. Looking at an ATEM Mini Extreme, a 32-inch TV there for the multi-view. Plenty of space for like a laptop, a desktop, or whatever, joystick, and then the sound system. So it's enough space. Even the sound system can probably still stay on the wall where it is, but then that desk work area will be for the maybe a solid wall, obviously, for the TV and for the ATEM and everything like that. Got to make sure we get internet here. We're in the same area, so hopefully the internet will be better, which I believe it is. We'll test that to make sure, but that's where we'll go. So let's go downstairs to see what else is needed, and then after that we'll design and we'll go from there. All right, so we just finished talking with everybody about what they wanted. So you know what we're going to do. We're going to get in front of the computer, design everything, and we will go from there. So let's get back home and let's get in front of the computer. Alrighty folks, we are back here at home. Let's go ahead and cut over to the computer and let's go ahead and design this layout for Rose Chapel. Alright, I want to see, do I have their original here? Yes, I do. Alright, let's open that up and let's see what we got. Alright, so if we're looking at this originally, they wanted a front PTZ, back PTZ, static camera, ATEM television studio is originally what they're going with, and presentation, laptop soundboard, splitters everywhere. All right, so we're going to enhance that. So let's actually do a new one here. And we'll do this as Rose Chapel version 2. Now, I'm going to base this off of 2 environments that they have. Let's start with the sanctuary first. The base of this is going to be with the ATEM Mini Extreme. And we're going to do camera. I'm going to do 2 PTZs. I think they actually said 3, now that I think about it. Let's go with the other image here. I don't know why I picked that one. So we're going to put 1 in the front, 1 in the side, and actually I need to put the ATEM over here because that's going to be in the front area. And then we're going to put 1 in the back. This is going to be a 30x, 20x, 20x on both of these. All right. We're also going to have our joystick in the back over here. They already have their mixer, which is an older one. I did give them a heads up about that they may want to replace that in the future. But based off of what they're using, it's just going to be 2 RCA to 3.5 millimeter cables that is needed. So pretty much all we're going to do is disconnect their CD burner and connect it to here with the same type of hookup. So we're fine. We're also going to add a network switch in there because there's no actual wired internet in that area. So most likely this is going to be a PoE switch that lives in here, which is going to connect all of our devices here, all of our cameras, the ATEM, our joystick, and our front camera as well. All right, and we're going to run fiber HDMI cables to the ATEM for all 3 of these. Try and put them to where the path is easy for all of this. All right, let's slide this over just a little bit. All right, so fiber HDMI to all 3 coming in here. I don't know if they were going to still do a system. I will do a desktop for right now. And this will be mainly for their presentation. So this will be presenter connected as well here. Let's do it to the side. All right. And what we're going to do is have a multi-view 32-inch that's going to be mounted in the wall up there. I guess I should have moved up a little bit. So I'll say this is our multi-view. With this, we need to connect the computer audio to the sound system so that the loop will be complete. So if we play anything from the computer, it'll go through the sound system for the house, which also filters back to here. The ATEM will also be connected to this system over USB, and it's starting to get a little cluttered here. Let's do USB. That is so that they could do Zoom inside the sanctuary too if they wanted to, and as well for just control of connecting to the ATEM. We're going to also add a hard drive for external storage. guess I'm running out of space. That'll be 1 terabyte, my normal go-to setting. That's inside of here. Now, we are also going to run now this could go 2 ways, because this is the same thing I'm doing at Signs and Wonders as well too. We can have a 1x8 HDMI splitter. That's one way. Or we do a 1x4 HDMI splitter. And we are going to come out of presenter into our splitter. And I really need to get some more space for this. And how this will work, one of the splits would go directly to the ATEM. So that would be for anybody online seeing it. And then they want to do 2 TVs, a left and right. Sanctuary left, sanctuary right, and possibly another one. And this is for the pulpit. So if I went with the 1x4, these would be a direct feed to the TVs, so that you're not looking at who's on the camera. It will just be a direct feed from presenter. And I've made this change as well at Signs and Wonders as well. And I'm gonna have a follow-up video of that to explain the logic behind that. Actually, this is gonna be the first Sunday we've actually done that. So we have a 1x4 this way. And actually, that can't be a 1x4. That also needs to be a 1x8. So scratch exactly what I just said. And I'll show you why. We need another feed because the other TVs inside of the church need to be fed off of this. So the plan was to have a 1x4 and then another 1x4 in the area, so that if we split off into other TVs in the sanctuary, like the pastor's office, anything like that, we just got to go from the splitter downstairs instead of running all the way downstairs. But most likely, I will just have another splitter here, so that if it's something close to the first floor near the sanctuary, we run a cable from there. If not, we would do that here. So one of these other feeds would feed to the splitter that's downstairs in the fellowship hall. Then we have the choir room. Then fellowship hall. Then you got pastor's office, and you can split this as many ways as you want, and you don't have to, have any type of craziness. You just get the TV and you get the type of cable, and you're just going from the same floor. Scoot this over so it's easy to see. And that is the setup. Now, we're going to obviously be running internet up there. I think originally we were going to do Wi-Fi, but that's really not needed, since everything is going to be located in that back room. That's just part 1. That's the sanctuary. So let's save that. That's the sanctuary. Now, in the fellowship hall, what we want to do is upgrade what they're doing, because they like the aesthetic of doing Bible study in that area. So looking at getting a dedicated camcorder, because they've been using GoPros and cell phones and been having issues, mainly because of the camera overheating, or it's just a power type of thing. And it's just, GoPros are good, but most of these and phones are good, but they're not meant for that long form type of content. So I suggested getting a camcorder, and then also getting an ATEM Mini Pro, so that the aesthetics the skills needed to run this is the exact same thing that's going to go with upstairs. So we would connect the camera there, and they normally use a laptop down there to go to Zoom and all this other stuff like that. So instead, we'll use the laptop with a USB connection to the computer. And we use that purple, right? That's USB. Then we also had an HDMI going here. That's if you wanted to project anything, like lyrics or whatever. Or if that's not an option, what this would also do is we would just connect that as a secondary input to the fellowship hall TV. And to get a mic, whatever. I think the mic they're using is the one from the camera, so we can just use the camcorder mic. And now this, which reminds me, we need to have a network connection in the fellowship hall so that we can connect. I guess I should have put this down here. Connect the ATEM over a hardline connection as well as the laptop, so we can do away with Wi-Fi connections, and it'll be a hardline connection there. And this should be easy because I see where that is from here. But that is the plan. A little bit different. Now, the main thing is going to be for those two TVs. This one, let me change the color to it. This one is optional, and I guess I don't like that color. Let me do this as a dotted line. That doesn't help either. I'll do it this way. The pulpit is optional right now. I don't think they're going to go with that, but this was going to be so that the choir, praise team, pulpit can see what's going on. That's not a need, but we are going to run a cable there so that all that would need to be done is an electrician comes in there, puts an outlet in. I think they're going to do that anyway. And then we're going to hang the TV like we did at Community Independent Methodist with a pole mount, maybe a 50-inch, maybe a 60 that's facing the pulpit, as long as it doesn't get in the way of the camera. So that is, and I guess I can move this all up so that my image stays in one place. That is the plan, the updated plan of what we're going to do. Just trying to think if there was anything else I left out. I don't believe I did. I think that was everything. But link is down below to every single thing that we're using. Again, Rose Chapel, thank you so much for calling me out, not once, but twice, to come out and help out. Again, it doesn't matter what pace you're going with. There was an incident that happened that they had to focus their attention on. They showed up at one of the classes I was teaching at, and then they're like, you know what, the time is better for us to do this. And I'm just thankful that they even considered to choose me or call me back to even try and offer this type of stuff. So, if we get the contract, we're going to bring you along and take you along with this whole journey of going from a ministry that's using an iPhone and a GoPro and enhancing everything that they're doing. So the link is down below to every single thing that I am going to suggest to them. I'm going to write this up, send this off to them, and then we'll go from there. So if you like this type of content, appreciate a like, consider subscribing, and hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ. We will catch you on the next video. Later.